We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Green Bay Packers. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This is taken at his 4. Spins by. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his first look is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Gun! All right, here we go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10, and that's incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now back to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And got his man complete. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze. Me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. A screen to Bell. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 25. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun now on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 4.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is going to be incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this Browns defense stands tall. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
All right, here we go. Green 30.
He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now, this time he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Space to run past the 20. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Here's a run with Mixon. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Here we go now. 3.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. In for the score. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here we go now.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This is Bell on the dump off. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for the risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Back to throw here. Trying to improvise. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll give it to him up the middle. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Looking to throw. Being chased out left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with the football to begin quarter number 2. Now a first carry for their fullback. And a short pickup here as he'll get up to about the 22-yard line. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Leopard! Now let's go! Blue, line it!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Now let's go!
They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Browns on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 19. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll look to throw here. Caught on the right side by Adams. Give him 14 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now let's go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll set up a throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to there.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes. They're trying to put him on the ground.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's a give to Mixon. And an alley to run. Finding room to the 20. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
When big runs occur, sometimes there's a sense that things were pretty easy, and that one carried them down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy at all because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate to work with. Will they be able to run it, or will they have to throw it in order to try and score?
Now let's go.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They get it to him running left. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now third down. The Browns on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here.
Hurry up, here we go.
Third and goal, option right. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And a loss of 3 to bring up fourth.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
And his kick is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
All right, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. On the move to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down.
Set. Green, 30.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Here's J.K. Scott now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Jones on the return. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. As his guys are in for 6, and the Browns add on to their lead.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll set up to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on 4th down, but they're going once more.
Green, 39. Green, 39.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And Adams has it complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Packers on third down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll drop the throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And his throw is incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his pass incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And that will be incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And my goodness, this is incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Over.
They're going to try and throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point splits the uprights. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And now running right through it. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
The football. And this is going to be Packer football.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. From the 2 now, second and goal.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Touchdown, Packers. In for the score. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Browns add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go!
On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now this time he'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Browns on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hurry up, here we go.
He'll look to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big gain of 31 on third down. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A handoff to Mixon. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now let's go.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now a handoff working right. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Packers get set to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
All right, here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Back to throw here. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Well, now a carry here for their fullback. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
And that's a nice gain by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. It's the fullback, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner,
and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going up top. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Set. Blue, line it.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Here we go now.
They're going to look to throw. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. They'll set up a throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What? Then how about this, a fake? And he's going to let it go deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Set. Green, 39.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, line it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go now.
Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Detroit,
Partner,
Detroit.
join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together.
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 53 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And now he'll tuck it in. Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Here we go. Blue landing.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for the Browns. 62 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. Mixon with it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one 28 yards on the ground.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you talk about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's
They
go.
come out here in the eye.
Green 39! Green 39! Leopard! Leopard!
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Browns. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point up and through. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Yeah, difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
All right, here we go. Green 39!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's J.K. Scott now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
All right, here we go.
On the give, this is their fullback. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Hey, you got three. Now let's go. Green 39, green 39. Hey, we got Mike 50, yo. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Browns on 3rd down. Now they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 5.
All right, here we go.
Again, it's Mixon. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
The Browns send out their punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. And taken right at the 35. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Blue 90.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They run a draw here on second down. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Set. Blue 90.
And they'll run it here. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down.
Lucky 56.
So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.